Hi everyone, today we'll be going over the injury prevention protocol for girls varsity high school soccer. The reason why I chose this demographic is because there are not a lot of information or data collected on it, as well as a lot of injuries that have taken place in this setting. There's a lot of information on middle school, collegiate settings, semi-pro settings, as well as professional settings. The age group that I'm choosing is going to be between the age of 13 and 19. The reason I say 13 through 19 is because not everybody enters into high school at 14 years of age, and not everyone graduates from high school at 18 years old. So therefore, parental consent is going to be needed. I'm not going to limit parental consent only to those from 13 through 17. I'd rather all of them have parental consent because they're just in the high school setting. There's no restriction on how experienced or inexperienced the players are who are eligible for this protocol. Just to provide some statistical facts about this, there are 4 million US soccer players between the ages of 7 through 17 years of age, according to a study. As a result, there's been a 111% increase in injuries since the 1990s. These injuries have a higher prevalence in females than in males, with 3.3 injuries per 1,000 athlete exposures. When I say athlete exposures, that's any time an athlete does practice, tryouts, scrimmages, or games. So 3.3 per 1,000 athlete exposures for females and 2.5 injuries per 1,000 athletic exposure for males. It doesn't seem like a big difference, but there is a large gap between that. Common injuries in soccer, as of a study from Yard et al. In 2008, 24.7% of all soccer injuries in females happen in the ankle, 21.5% of them happening in the knee, and 7.8% of them happening in the lower extremity of the lower leg, which means the calf or the shin. In a 2005 to 2007 epidemiological study, 15.2% of all ligamentous injuries, whether that be partial or full tear, occurred in females. Of those 15.2% of injuries, 8.1% of them resulted in a time loss greater than 3 weeks from their sport. The ACL is one of the most commonly injured ligaments within the knee, in females especially because of their biomechanical disadvantage with their wider hips, opposed to males, which are more narrow. Another reason is because of the size of their ACL. It's a lot smaller when compared to males. Menstruation also plays a huge role because during the menstruation, the body in the female relaxes the ligaments in order to prepare itself for childbirth. SMART goals have been set for this. So by the end of the 4-week period, progress will be determined by using a video camera or a recording device to see the valgus in the knee and seeing if it changed between the initial day of the protocol and after 4 weeks. So the protocol will happen 3 days a week, preferably on days that they don't have any games or scrimmages, and will go on for the entirety of the soccer season, which is roughly 12 weeks. To monitor progress, there's going to be an updated video every 4 weeks on each athlete to see whether they are getting better or if there's no change or actually a decline in their progress. So the focus of this protocol is to produce knee stability in the landing phase of the jump, to reduce the likelihood of being in the position that the mechanism of injury for an ACL tear happens. An ACL tear is likely to happen when there's a change of direction, a complete stop, or some type of jump which causes them to land in a valgus state. Movement assessments will be conducted, specifically the FMS, the functional movement screen, because it is low cost, as well as it can be effective to target those movement imbalances throughout the entire team. And this protocol will be tapered towards those movement imbalances that are prevalent throughout the team. So for example, if that knee valgus is something that the majority of the team possesses, then that'll be something that'll be way more addressed and way more focused on within that protocol. Again, the program will be 3 times a week, so preferably the days that there are no athletic sporting events, just to limit the amount of fatigue before the game. And this will go on the entirety of the soccer season, which is roughly 12 weeks. Thank you.